The American Revolution, often portrayed as a struggle between the 13 colonies and Great Britain, was also influenced by the actions of other European powers, including Russia. Despite its geographic distance from the conflict, Russia, under the leadership of Catherine the Great, played a subtle yet significant role in shaping the outcome of the revolution. This article delves into Russia's often overlooked contributions to the American Revolution and their impact on the broader transatlantic struggle for independence. Background: in the late 18th century, Russia was a vast empire stretching across Eastern Europe and into Asia, under the rule of Catherine the Great. While Russia was primarily focused on its territorial expansion and internal reforms, Catherine's strategic vision extended to the global stage, as she sought to assert Russian influence in European affairs and challenge the dominance of traditional European powers. Russia's contribution to the American cause. Russia's involvement in the American Revolution was characterized by diplomatic maneuvers and strategic calculations aimed at advancing its own interests. 1. Diplomatic engagement. Russia's primary contribution to the American cause was diplomatic in nature. Catherine the Great, a shrewd diplomat and savvy stateswoman, sought to exploit the American rebellion to weaken Britain, a traditional rival of Russia in European affairs. Russian diplomats in European capitals such as Paris and London quietly supported American envoys, providing them with intelligence, diplomatic advice, and occasional financial assistance. 2. Naval support. While Russia did not directly intervene militarily in the American Revolution, Catherine the Great authorized Russian naval vessels to engage in limited actions against British shipping in European waters. Russian naval squadrons, under the command of Admiral Grigory Spiridov, operated in the Mediterranean and Atlantic, harassing British merchant ships and disrupting their maritime trade routes. 3. Economic assistance. Russia's vast natural resources and burgeoning economy indirectly benefited the American cause. American merchants sought trade opportunities with Russia, exporting goods such as tobacco, fur, and timber in exchange for Russian commodities and raw materials. This economic exchange provided the American colonies with additional sources of revenue and strengthened their economic resilience against British attempts to isolate them economically. Legacy and impact. Russia's involvement in the American Revolution had significant consequences for both the conflict itself and the broader geopolitical landscape. Weakening of Britain. Russia's diplomatic support for the American cause contributed to the erosion of British power and prestige on the European stage. By aligning herself with the American rebels, Catherine the Great sought to undermine Britain's position in European affairs and challenge its dominance in global trade and commerce. Expansion of Russian influence. Russia's engagement in the American Revolution marked a significant step in Catherine the Great's efforts to assert Russian influence in European politics. By positioning herself as a supporter of American independence, Catherine sought to position Russia as a champion of liberty and self-determination, enhancing her standing among European powers and consolidating Russian influence in international affairs. Inspiration for independence movements. Russia's tacit support for the American cause served as a source of inspiration for independence movements around the world. The success of the American revolutionaries in asserting their independence from British rule resonated with oppressed peoples and colonial subjects across Europe, Asia, and beyond, fueling aspirations for freedom and self-government. Conclusion. Russia's contribution to the American Revolution, though subtle and often overlooked, was nonetheless significant in shaping the outcome of the conflict and the broader geopolitical landscape. Through diplomatic engagement, naval support, and economic assistance, Catherine the Great sought to advance Russian interests while weakening Britain and supporting the cause of American independence. As such, Russia's silent support for the American rebels serves as a reminder of the complex web of alliances, rivalries, and interests that shaped the course of history in the 18th century.